Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. It's a 180-yard shot, his second.
Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit?
If you're going to hit it down.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Even par early on. Needs this for par. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. To the second hole now, par 4, only 371 yards. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's really a layup hole here. No need to hit driver down there. The biggest bunker in the distance there is about 300 yards. You have to avoid that. Nothing wrong with hitting an iron or even a hybrid off this.
beautiful looking shot right here. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, I'm guessing as a player, this is the kind of shot you like. Early in the round, short par 4, nice look as you get set for the approach shot.
After a tough opening hole, Pete Dye gives you a chance here. Scoring club in hand, if you can get it to the right distance, even 15 feet right of this flag, very much a birdie chance.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
There's 5 feet left. -1 in the early going. Has the putt, and now at -1. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
All the trouble appears down that left side with the series of bunkers, but you've got to take into account the trees that are well positioned down the right side. Plus, as you can see, this fairway is not exactly flat.
Frank, this TPC Stadium course in La Quinta, California has quite a history, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Every style of golf, age group, whether it's someone trying to get their tour card at the tour school, skins games played here from 1986 to 1991, even the PGA Club Professional Championship, they've all come and played here. It's so good to see it on the back on the rotation. But I've got to say, the one thing, and I was there, in 2000, it was the PGA Tour Q School. It was won by Stephen Allen, who was an Australian player. But the worst thing I've ever seen on a golf course happened on Alcatraz, 17th hole there. Joe Daly, who was looking like he was going to make his PGA Tour card, had a putt of about 3 feet. And I think he was playing with Craig Perks, who went on to win the Players' Championship. Joe Daly hits this putt. It hits the back of the hole, the liner in the hole, and popped out on the front lip. Never saw that before. It was amazing. And as luck would have it, Joe Daly missed his tour card by 1 shot.
That was as cruel a twist as I have ever seen in golf.
Tom Weisskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, golf may be the best sport to follow from this standpoint. You can get closer to the great athlete in golf than you can in any other sport. You could stand 5 feet from Tiger Woods at a tee box as he's getting ready to drive. I mean, that's really unusual in sports.
Yeah, it's a different type of spectator sport, especially if you follow your favorite player all the way around the golf course. Because it's not like waiting for your favorite hitter in a baseball game. You've got to wait several innings. You can literally see him hit every single shot, drive through to putt.
Getting set now for the second shot here at hole number 3, par 4.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left. So it really does suit a shot coming in from the right. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
He'll need to be strong with this. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Nice par to remain 1 under. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. One under early in the round. Now to the 4th, 192 yards and a pretty tough hole location here today. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Good clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And getting ready for the putt. Just like that, now at 2 under. -2 for the day. Frank, this looks like a fun hole. The first par 5 of the day, 535-yard fifth.
Yeah, as long as you've got something that doesn't go left off the tee shot and doesn't go right off the second shot, you'll be fine.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important. Second shot.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Never a doubt looking to make a statement today. So in the first cut here, could be worse. This from 7 feet. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Frank, I love a par 3 where you have to hit one solid golf shot. Anything less, and you might pay a severe price. 255-yard par 3 6. What a hole.
No, you love watching somebody else play a par 3 like that.
Right. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there, just to hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Holding steady now at 2 under par. This would give him the par. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, you just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
So short iron in hand now at the par 4 7th. good opportunity to make a birdie. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Now a 7-footer. 4 under on the day. And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side. And then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Just a little offline, so now, Frank, he's going to have to deal with a rough.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how strong he is.
150 yards left to the flagstick here. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
You're just battling to make par. And this is going to be difficult.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Now the approach shot here on this par 5 8th. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
Putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. Has taken it to another level.
Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Frank, the 9th hole at 452 yards. That water down the right is really a test of a player's driving ability, isn't it?
It is, and his ability to sort of take the shot on. Ideally, just something with a little bit of a fade, unless you can carry the ball 300 yards, then you can get it just past that bunker. But when you look at this hole, notice how that fairway just starts to open up. So Pete Dye will reward an aggressive tee shot, but also he'll punish it if it's wayward.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Frank, the tee shot was certainly challenging, and this second shot is as well.
Yeah, both the tee shot and the second shot require you to come in from that left side. The green itself angles to the right a little bit. The trouble, as we know, is all on the right side. But this is one of those holes. You can see it on the tee and on the second shot. If you ride a 4 down, you're happy.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th.
fine.
Frank, can you recall a situation where before an important round, an instructor gave you one small tweak, maybe flare your left toe out, or just shift a little bit of the weight onto the back foot, where the instructor gave you that one small bit of advice and it made a huge difference?
Yeah, the list is too long, Rich, and it's normally just someone that you've trusted over the years, and we all make just little bad habits. Sometimes you're stooped over a little bit more than normal. You're not standing tall enough. The ball is too far back in your stance or too far forward. You're making a funny little move, or your grip is different. It's always the little things that add up to the big problem.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Just 5 feet left. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now at 5 under for the round. Frank, how about this hole, the par 5 11? Long one.
Oh, it is. And, you know, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole, a par 5 that you can't reach. You can still play it as a 3-shotter. And in some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play.
Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Second from an excellent lie. Now the third shot here at the par 5 11th.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. He has this putt for birdie. Moves to -8. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9 on, are you better with a wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank here at the par 4 12th, getting ready for this approach shot. Good chance for a 3.
There is. Notice the contours on the green. They sort of slope towards the back and down that left side. So you can actually use that in your favor with this approach.
That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par. Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey. Good round going, -7. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Tricky par 3 here, the 13th, 214 yards.
Safely on deck.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Appears to be tracking well. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Now a 7-footer. Now 8 under on the day. So just a formality. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I'm going to say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Moving into this second shot here at hole number 14. Good swing, good shot yet again.
It's no snack, though. Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. This for par. Seven under on the day. Now to the par 4 15th hole, 468 yards. Frank, what do you like about number 15?
The variation of the bunkering here, Rich, I think is excellent. The bunker that meanders its way down the right side tends to go to the right, and then you start to see those two bunkers down the left side. You've really got to try and take that second one on the left out of play. That requires something in excess of 280 yards. From there on in, you've got a chance.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Now the approach here at 15. This one's looking good. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Frank, what are you thinking on this second shot here at 15?
Well, if mentally you could take out all that bunker complex on the left, this second shot would look extremely straightforward. And that's really the way you've got to play it. You've got to act like those bunkers aren't there on that left side. And therefore you can go straight at this flag. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
And setting up here in the rough. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. So a tester from 4 feet. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. I'd see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Third shot, looking for a good one. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
And getting ready for the putt. Good effort and good par putt. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Always like to get to double figures under par. 10 under already. Well, there it is. They call it Alcatraz. Just sitting out there on the water, 168 yards away, Frank.
Well, speaking of water, that water looks so peaceful, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to spoil it with a splash. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Just a pure strike. A perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Shouldn't be a problem here. You like the sound of this. 11 under par for the round.
Second shot.
This would give him the par. You love to watch him disappear, don't you? One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the three bunkers that we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
Ah, nice.
Looks good. And here it is, the final approach shot of the day. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Eight is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. Welcome once again to TPC Sawgrass for the Players. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action. And Frank, the 17th hole is always the place to be during this great championship.
It certainly is, Rich. The energy, as we know, each and every year has just been electric at 17, and I don't expect it to be any different today.
Heading out to the action now, we pick up with our featured golfer at hole number 10. Frank, it's been a workmanlike display to this point.
I think that's a great way to put it, Rich. And, you know, we see that so often when you and I are commenting on tour. This is the sort of player that could go a long way.
pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's good work by the former PGA teaching professional, one of the best instructors in the country, with a birdie, and now inside the cut line. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. And from the fairway for his second shot here. On the green, short, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. This is a cross-country special. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Up to the 12th, Frank, and a good birdie chance here.
Yeah, good old links, short par 4. This green really divides itself into about 3 sections. There's a little piece to the right, piece short left, and the one at back left. So as long as you know where the flag is, just push that ball into the section where it is. You get up there, you're only going to have 10 or 15 feet left for birdie. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
This is a good-looking shot. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Sneaking into contention here with that birdie.
Top 15 now on the leaderboard. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace. Rich, right now, this does not look like the same player we saw earlier on in the day.
I don't recognize him. He was hitting it all over the ballpark in the first few holes. I didn't think there was any chance that he'd be where he is right now. Credit to him. This took guts.
Yeah, his composure is so different right now.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. You stay with it. It's 18 holes. You keep fighting, and you can put a score on the card. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
Really? This is an awkward length.
came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
That's a solid par putt. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for Frank Nobilo and our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Players. We're at the TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, for one of the game's most prestigious titles, the Players Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, the seventh hole here at the TPC Sawgrass, vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. Anything other than straight confuses the player off the tee. But there's 3 pot bunkers down the right side. Just inside that last little pot bunker on the left of that, it's actually a pretty good line.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He was in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
TPC Sawgrass, the fabled stadium course designed by the legendary Pete Dye. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Here at the 8th, Frank, most players are happy walking out of here with a par 3.
And the reason why, it's a very narrow entry to this green. It's just littered with bunkers around, left, behind, to the side, and even short. Once you get further up the green, though, even though this is sort of an undulating green, it starts to widen up. So don't get trapped into just looking at the front of this hole. This looks like it's going to find the target. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
14 feet to the hole. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right, then sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. You want to get to what they call the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18 with a chance. 16 is the reachable par 5. You can make eagle there. And then the final 2 holes, you just want to steer clear of trouble. Though, with bold play, and you mentioned it with Craig Perks, you could make birdies.
It really is a case of mind over matter when you look at those holes. You're right. If you took away the water, you'd think they're 3 nice holes. But it wouldn't be the same. You intimidate the player as he plays 15. He's well aware of the finishing 3 holes.
Now the 3rd shot here at the 9th, Frank.
Another very narrow green, not that dissimilar to the first hole. There's a high portion on the left and a low portion on the right.
Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Well, the time is now to start making birdies, and there we go. 1 on the board, and suddenly inside the top 20.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in that, but really, you've got to be aggressive from here on in.
These winds have held up all day long, definitely playing a part in the shot-making we're seeing out there today. Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Frank, where's the difficulty on this approach here at the 10th?
It's really the shape of this green. That little front piece, you have to be right on the money there. And then, of course, that green starts to open up and then move to the right.
should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
So they'll tap in. And with the birdie, moves into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
And moves into some very good company.
Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it fly. This is the big chance here. This is one of the widest fairways on the golf course. This is where you chance it all.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, how about this third shot to the par 5 11?
Well, coming from the right side, once again, you have to be exact on the distance because that green now is at the wrong angle.
Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it was a poor decision. But hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
And he's made the green. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Don't forget the final round comes your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, so long for now. Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. We are at one of the most famous venues in all of golf. It is the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. You know it well, the famous Island 17. Rich Lerter alongside Frank Nobilo. And it has really grown in stature through the years, hasn't it, Frank?
It has. I think people have got to know the venue, the various holes, and actually on that subject, 17, which you've already just referenced. Remember, this is the one hole on this golf course that was designed by not Pete, but his wife Alice. They'd designed 17 holes, but they needed one more, and they tried to fit one in between 16 and 18. And Pete Dye, when he was talking to his wife, said, "I'm stuck." And his wife said, "Why not just put one out there, a little island green?" Pete Dye said it would never work. Wow. In this situation, Alice was right.
Alice, a great player in her own right, an amateur champion. This is the home not only to the Players' Championship, but also headquarters to the PGA Tour.
I'm loving that balance.
Now that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, you want to get off to a good start. This approach shot here at the first is important.
It is. Two distinct levels on this this green, the high side on the left there and the lower side on the right. If you're trying to keep that ball a little left of a middle, you've got to be careful of that bunker on the left.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
And getting ready for the putt. In red figures at 1 under par. So a tester from 4 feet. -1 in the early going. How about this second, a par 5?
Well, if you're brave, you try and flash it down that tree line down the left, but there's a couple of limbs that poke out. Every now and again, they catch an errant tee shot.
Nicely played onto the fairway here at the second hole. Second from an excellent lie. Frank, at this, the highest level of the game, the margins are so razor thin between winning and losing. It becomes about not wasting shots, and I think that's why players really enjoy stroke play.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Rich. That's why the best players, they want every shot to count, and the best format of golf that requires that is stroke play. In match play, you can get away with a big number. In stroke play, they want it to be a body of work, every single shot adding to the score. That's an absolute beauty.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Right now the third shot here at the par 5.
Yeah, be very aware on what level that flag is. If it's on the back right, you must fly it all the way up there. The easiest one is that left side. You can use the mound or go straight at the flag.
Good chance now for a birdie. That is an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close.
Pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
So 2 under early on. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Makes the putt and moving in the right direction. 2 under par.
Frank, break down the par 3 third for us.
The big ridge in the middle of this green, really you have a front section and a back section. That front bunker, the one that you first see off the tee, that really doesn't come into play. But there's a sneaky one behind the flag and down the left side. Really good par 3.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot.
Appears to be tracking well.
She's at awkward length.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Nice par to remain at 2 under. Hole number 4 here at TPC Sawgrass. 384-yard par 4 deep fairway bunker to the right of the landing zone. You want to avoid that. What else is there to look out for, Frank?
Those huge mounds on the left, they're just as penal really as the bunker on the right. So this is one where you have to pick an object in the distance. Really focus on that.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch.
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That will be a great look at birdie.
Frank, this approach shot here at the fourth is not a long one, but it could end up disastrous.
It can. You have to be very aware of where these mounds are on this green.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Frank, how about this par 4 fifth?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4, though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce this par 4 to just a simple 2-shotter.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
Good-looking shot right here.
Birdie try up next.
Right in the heart of the fairway. Green light special.
Go. 4 under on the day. It's a big putt right here for birdie. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Frank, this isn't a hole that sort of jumps out at you the way, say, 17 does.
Yeah, a lot of times people will just sort of gloss over it, but anytime you get a par 4 under 400 yards, it's a great opportunity. But once again, a positional hole. Take advantage of it.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track.
Frank, now the second shot here at hole number 6.
Yeah, not overly long, but be very aware of these palm trees that are short. Many a shot's caught those trees coming into this green.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Oh, another one goes in.
From about 8 feet. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 7th hole here at Sawgrass. Frank, a bit uncomfortable off the tee.
It is. It reminds me a little bit of the opening hole, much longer version, where when you stand on the tee and look at the green, it's a straightaway hole, but that fairway goes to the left and it comes back to the right. But they're all optical illusions.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Good contact, good result. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one looks right on point. That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Not a gimme,
But well within his range.
So makes the putt, and now at -6. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass. Gets all the attention when you look at the par threes. Justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is, longest of the 4 par threes. Plus, it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's good work right there. Just a tap in.
Now it's at sneaky distance.
Wow, rolling the ball beautifully makes birdie again.
Yeah, that pace, that roll, it's always getting to the hole, and it's the perfect, what we call the perfect holding speed. It uses all 4 1/4 inches of the cup.
Hoping to drop only 1 shot, this for bogey. Now at 5 under for the round. Frank, what do you make of the final hole here on the front side, the 583-yard par 5 ninth?
Just depends on how much you want to risk here. If you hit a good drive down the right side, it's certainly gettable for 2, but you can make an absolute mess here at 9. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it? I'm loving that balance.
Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Really some strong winds out there today, and we can already see the effects on some of these shots. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot here, sir.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Frank, this is all about plotting your way around. Now the third shot at the ninth.
Yeah, there's a reward for a precise short iron shot in here. If the pin's on the right or the left, precision pays off.
Just 5 feet left. Six under par now. Just a tap in to finish the hole. 8 is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this week, but going forward. This is great golf that you would hold up against anybody right now.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Players.
Has it?
Maybe wet. Frank, you've just hit one in the water. You don't want to compound the mistake. What's the mindset here?
This one right here, you've got to forget that big blue oasis in front of you.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the third shot. Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left. And he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough was fairly thick. Pretty good result right there, considering
it looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
Just a couple of feet. Frank, you know full well, this can be a humbling game.
And an embarrassing game.
Frank, historically in this great championship, 14 has proven to be a pivotal hole.
Everybody focuses on the finish here, but you're absolutely right, Rich. This can be an absolute scorecard wrecker because if you spin your drive left, the drop back, perhaps on the ladies' tees, you can make 6 in a heartbeat. You try and air to the right, you can make 6 from the mounds. So a good drive down 14 gives you a chance for that fast finish.
Frank challenging approach shot here at the 14th.
Yeah, there's some subtle mounds in this green. One that comes in on the right, and then another one that starts to come in about 2/3 of the way down on that left side.
Good chance at one. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Solid play, heart of the green. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Now to the 15th, and Frank, I know this is a hole that you really like.
Yeah, it gets no respect in my book, which I think is a shame. Just a nice dogleg to the right. And really 2 good shots and a 3 here, which is actually a rarity. It sets you up for those closing 3 holes. Too often people just take 15 lightly. And 15 has just a gentle nibble that turns into a bite.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Getting set now for the approach at the 15th.
Yeah, good-looking second shot here, but you've got to be precise. Hardly a flat spot on this green.
This won't hurt him.
This is like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some red numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
No question.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super. Second shot.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Playing his 4th shot after the 3rd was wet. So Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Oh, that hurts.
We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I've got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always other holes to be played.
From that distance, you settle for 2 putts. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. Frank, if the winds kick up, you could see carnage here at 17.
Well, just to give you an example, Rich, back in 2007, 93 balls. That's the best players in the world found the lake. 2005, 65. So, what would the mere mortal do? And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Too bad. 2 drop shots right there with a double bogey. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
These are the kind of putts that keep a round going about 10 feet away for par. Frank, I thought that was in. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Just a little tap in here. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Going to need the A game tomorrow. That was not the round they were looking for.
Well, the A game, as we know, doesn't come out every single day, but a positive attitude will certainly go a long way, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of time on the range.